Hello and welcome to the stream. My name is Ade and I'm the veteran arcade soldier. And I'm here this evening for a massive Premier League game between the title challengers Arsenal and the already relegated Burnley FC. Just give me one moment. So I'm a little bit late to anyone that's in the chat. Just had a few technical issues with getting live today. But I am up and running now and all good. As I said, my name is Ade. I'm the veteran arcade soldier. And I do live Premier League watchalongs covering my team, Liverpool FC, as well as other big games in Europe and the Premier League. Also other domestic cup competitions as well. As well as this on my channel, I do play certain video games, do playthroughs, etc. Do a lot of Street Fighter 6, ranked grind sessions, as well as custom open rooms as well. So if that tickles your fancy as well, or there's certain video games that you're into, please let me know, as I'm always interested as well. As for tonight, we have a very interesting clash at the top of the table. You've got Arsenal, who are just two games away from winning their first Premier League title in 22 years. So what they need is to get a win over Burnley tonight, and that gets them just that one step closer to winning that all-important first Premier League title. So the match is kicking off in 25 minutes. And in Arsenal's way today is Burnley FC, a team that has become a bit of a yo-yo club in recent times. It tends to fluctuate between the Championship and the Premier League in alternating seasons, usually getting relegated. And they are once again relegated already. So Arsenal should have a relatively straightforward job of disposing of them today. But it's football, it's the Premier League, anything can happen. A silly red card here, an own goal there, etc. So yeah, there you go. So on that note, let's get a quick look at the team sheets and see how both teams are lining up. So I'll just load up the browser, so give me one moment. Right, what's going on here? Doesn't seem to be working at the moment. So that's that. Okay. Let's go with that. It should be working now. Yep. Excellent. Apologies. Definitely having a few technical issues today. Right, on that note, let's go through the team. So it's an 8 o'clock kickoff. So we'll be getting underway in 23 minutes. We have Arsenal at the Emirates versus Burnley. So the two teams are as follows. Arsenal with their manager, Mikel Arteta, with their standard 4-3-3 formation. So you've got David Raya in goal. Mosquera at right back. William Saliba and Gabriel Magalhaes centre back pairing. And Ricardo Calafiori at left back. In midfield, you've got Martin Odegaard. And you have Emirates Eze on the left. Odegaard on the right of the midfield, with Declan Rice anchoring the midfield. So still no Martin Zubimendi. He can't get back in the team. No Miles Lewis-Skelly being rested or rotated to bring Odegaard back in. And then the forward line for Arsenal is Bukayo Saka, their top man on the right wing. They're going with Havertz up top as the main striker. So obviously resting Victor Gyökeres, quite a surprise. And on the left, they have Leandro Trossard. I think on my thumbnail I used, for the video, I used Victor Gyökeres. It seems to me these days whenever, I'll quickly bring my face back on, whenever I make a thumbnail regarding players who's playing, Liverpool streams, I put Isak up, he doesn't play. Arsenal, I do, Gyökeres doesn't play. It's crazy how my, it's like I think I'm a little bit of a mini curse. Right, anyway. So, the Burnley team, as I waffled on there for a moment. All right, so the Burnley team, managed by Michael Jackson. You know, quite an interesting name for a manager there. I'm not sure if he's the permanent manager, but he's definitely a stand-in. I should have done a better impression of oh, my voice is broken. I've been using it too much. I can usually do quite a good hee. Anyway, right, a formation, playing 4-2-3-1. So they have Weiss in goal. Kyle Walker, the veteran at right back. Axel Tuanzebe, who used to play for Man United. Esteve. Lucas Perez at left back. Leslie Okechukwu, still on loan from Chelsea. Florentino. Shawana is playing right wing. Hannibal Medbury, that used to play for Man United. One of their star players, Jaden Anthony, left wing, the player who scored the most goals for them this season. And they have Fleming up top, who's a player I'm not that familiar with. Quite a few in the Burnley lineup I'm not that familiar with, if I'm honest. Right, substitutes for Arsenal. Backup goalkeeper, Kepa Arrizabalaga. They got the young prodigy Max Dowman. Victor Gyökeres on the bench as well. Piero Hincapié, Miles Lewis-Skelly, Noni Madueke, Gabriel Martinelli, Martin Zubamendi, and Gabriel Jesus on the bench for the Gunners. On the Burnley bench, you have Amdouni, you have Jacob Brun-Larsen, the striker, Martin Dubravka, goalkeeper, Edwards, Hartman, Humphreys, Laurent, James Ward-Prowse, and Worrell. And if you've noticed anything, a trick of mine is that if I don't know who the player's first name, I just go straight to the surname. A lot of the time that tells you I'm not that familiar with the player, to be honest, because usually I would know all of these guys' first and surnames. Right, match officials are Paul Tierney, video assistant referee James Bell, and referee, the first assistant is Richard West. And some guy called Timothy Wood on the VAR. So Timothy, would you do a good job tonight on the VAR? That would be appreciated. So we have, that's the lineups. So let's get back to that and say hello to the chat if anyone's in. Hello chats. A few lurkers in there. Obviously, please do make yourself noticed, and I'll and have a chat with me as well. So that is your lineups, and we've got 18 minutes to kick up. So that's mostly everything all sorted my end. So I'm looking forward to get started. I think it's going to be a good match, and you never know what's going to happen. Yo, Jermaine, how goes it? How goes it, brother? Nice to see you in the chat, mate. What's your predictions for tonight? I'm going to put my predictions in the chat now. My prediction, I did a preview video earlier, is a nervy 1-0 win for the Gunners. 3-0, Jermaine. You're a very optimistic man today. What do you think of the lineup so far? I mean, obviously there's back end of the season, tiredness and fatigue sets in, but I'm surprised with Havertz up top, man. This guy has just looked washed since coming back. So I'm surprised he hasn't gone for Gyökeres. You know, there's quite a big gap till the last game of the season. Nothing else to play for. I'm not sure why he's resting Gyökeres. So over to you, my man. What do you think? Hello, Gary. Nice to see you in the chat. Jermaine says, I thought Gyök had been good recently. Yeah, it's been excellent recently. Do you know what I mean? I mean, certain, obviously, maybe not getting as many goals as you'd like, but, you know, he's been, of the games I've watched Arsenal's last 3 games, and he's been a nuisance. He's been a menace, and he's been working his absolute bollocks off. And, yeah, I think he's been very good. He's been one of your better players. So, yeah, quite surprised, to be honest. Yeah, definitely very surprised. But you think, even so, regardless, you'll blaze through Burnley, it seems. Yeah, you got too much. Yeah, that's right. In all honesty, I mean, obviously, you've got Mosquera playing right back after Ben White has gone missing. Obviously, MIA in action, gone down like timber. It's a good job, to be honest with you. It's a good job that the season's coming to an end because some of these injuries are piling up in the back line. So, yeah, I thought Mars Lewis-Skelly, he's been a little bit unlucky to be dropped today. Probably just standard rotation, to be honest, keeping it fresh. But he's been excellent recently, Mars Lewis-Skelly. Maybe a late call-up for England, the World Cup, my man. But yeah, brilliant to have you in. Brilliant to have you in. Speaking of England, what's your starting 11 going into the World Cup? It's a tough one because I'll be real with you. I mean, I'll be supporting the boys during the World Cup. I've taken my eyes off the qualifiers recently, prior to obviously England qualifying due to Thomas Tuchel. I'm not a fan. We've had these discussions in the past ourselves, and I'm not a fan. I can't remember. I'm pretty sure you're not either. You're not big on Thomas Tuchel. Tommy Tukes. Tommy Tukes is not the one. I'm not even being outlandish here. I'd actually prefer Southgate over Thomas Tuchel. I swear down. I'm not even joking. Because at the end of the day, yeah, he's got a history of winning stuff at certain clubs. But what I've seen him serve up for England is diabolical. Like, to have the calibre of player at his disposal and what they're serving up, disgusting. But anyway, I'll answer your question. So, I mean, obviously, you're going to go Pickford easily. He's got no competition, Pickford. Not even sure who the backup goalkeepers are going to be. But yeah, Pickford obviously number one. The centre-back's got to be Harry Maguire with Mark Gahey. That's the best two pairings for England. Right back's going to be Reece James, if fit. I'm not sure he can last a tournament, though. That's the problem. I would take Trent, myself personally, but I don't think he will. You're going to take Lewis Hall and Livramento. So, Reece James, the two centre-backs I just named. Lewis Hall at left-back. That's what I'd go for. Central midfield. If I'm doing a 4-3-3, by the way. I'm going with, obviously, Declan Rice, shielding at the back. Jude a little bit more advanced forward. Other midfielder. Depends what you're going for. Obviously, going to go for Bukayo on the right. Harry Kane up top. You know, sorts itself. The left wing position's a little bit ropey. Yeah, it's a little bit sticky over there. Anthony Gordon, maybe. Foden. I put it this way, there's two positions. Left wing and the other midfielder in midfield. How about you, Jermaine? What would you do for a starting 11 for England going into the World Cup? Hello, Natasha. Lovely to see you in. Hiya, how's things? I hear that talks to be held at Liverpool tomorrow. Surely slot has gone. Please, Natasha. Let's hope so. Natasha also says, I hear Nagelsmann is high up on the list of next manager at Liverpool. Well, this is the thing. I'm pretty sure at the moment, Natasha, they're talking about Nagelsmann and what's his name? Sebastian Hoeneß, the Stuttgart manager, who's done very well for the previous 2 seasons. He's the nephew of Uli Hoeneß, who is a Bayern Munich legendary player and club president as well. So he comes from a good footballing stock. He's got Stuttgart to 4th place in the Bundesliga for the last 2 seasons. He won the DFB Pokal, which is the German equivalent of the FA Cup last season. And he's got them into the final again. Apparently the fans love him. And he's a bit of a Klopp disciple, apparently. So Natasha, maybe he's the one FSG will go for once they bin Slot. Please bin Slot. Spain will win the World Cup. I also see an African team doing very well. I'd like that to happen. I'd love an African team to do well. Maybe Senegal can shine. Obviously, Egypt's there as well. Did Senegal make it? I'm pretty sure they did. But yeah, I'm with you, Natasha. I think the winner of the World Cup is going to cover my top 3 for the World Cup are Argentina first, Spain, France, or toss up between Spain and France second. But I just got a sneaky feeling it's Argentina again. That's the feeling I've got. Obviously, it all depends on the permutations for which team is seeded and who can play who. But yeah, I'm going for Argentina. Going back to Jermaine, he says Oh, Rashford. Yeah, sorry. Do you know something? I was scratching around thinking he's been amazing for Barcelona this year. And we've spoken about Rashford in the past, about how he's, wasted a lot of his potential. He's not a youngster anymore. I bet you'll see it in the summer, innit? You'll see like the media go, the youngster, like Rashford, the guy will be pulling down 28, he's still young. But no, yeah, Rashford has to play left. Yeah, definitely. He's been phenomenal. Some of the goals he scored, like, did you see his free kick the other day? Absolutely ridiculous versus Real Madrid. Unbelievable. So the rest of your team is same back five. Elliot Anderson. I'll go for Wharton and Declan Rice because Wharton is a better passer than Elliot Anderson, and you've got Declan Rice for the shield, and Wharton can chip in. So I'm going for Declan, Wharton, Bellingham. You've also got and you're saying Harry Kane, obviously Saka, Rashford up front. Yeah, so quite similar teams, mate. We just disagree on Elliot Anderson and Wharton. I mean, Thomas Tuchel will probably go for the engine of Elliot Anderson, but I'm not a massive fan of him, to be honest. I think he's a little bit overhyped. And if Man City are going to pay 100 million for them, that's on them, because you wouldn't catch me paying that. Messi and Ronaldo, last World Cup, I can see Morocco going quite far in the competition. It's a good shout. Morocco. Strong team, good defensively. Did well last World Cup, didn't they? I'm not sure if their left back, right back, Hakimi, is going to make it. That might be a big bonus for Jermaine's team, Arsenal, in the Champions League final in a week and a half time. If Hakimi, I'm not sure if he's going to make it. That's a big miss for Morocco and a big miss for PSG. Natasha says, what do you reckon? A draw tonight, last day drama on Sunday. You can see it. Natasha, I know you quite well. You are manifesting hope there. You definitely don't want Arsenal to win the league. I mean, look, to be honest with you, I think Arsenal get the job done. I think it could be a nervy one, though, to be honest. The fact they're starting with Havertz as well, can't usually hit a barn door. I think they should have gone a little bit stronger with their first team. Do you know what I mean? I think they definitely should have gone with Gyökeres. So we shall see. I mean, midfield, they're going to pick holes because they're going to have Odegaard and Eze. So, you don't usually get them two playing at the same time. So they're going to be plenty of ammunition, but can Havertz seal the deal? Jermaine says takes on Jose at Real. I'll answer that in a sec. Natasha says another Aguero moment last Sunday of the season. Could be. It all depends on what happens today, to be honest. If Arsenal get the job done today, is it likely that? I mean, it could be a case in point that Man City don't even get past Bournemouth. It could even be irrelevant after Wednesday. So Aguero moment could happen, but it might not even be on the cards if Man City don't do their job on Wednesday. Jermaine says takes on Jose at Real Madrid. I'm a little bit flabbergasted that they've gone back. I don't see what was the point of them bringing in Xabi Alonso, not to give him the power to make the changes. Now that they've had a disastrous season, they're bringing in a manager who is on the decline, a great manager that he is. And so what they're going to do when certain players fall out with him and whatnot, I don't quite get the Real Madrid situation with Jose Mourinho. The fact of the matter is, though, you'd imagine he'd get them challenging better than what the standing Arbeloa has done. But ultimately, Spain, as you know, have had La Liga locked down mostly on and off for the last 20 years. And I don't really see much changing, to be honest. They're just more of a unit. Until Real Madrid can become a unit, their individual brilliance, it doesn't amount to anything. I think for the sake of the team, I'm not understanding this whole petition to get Mbappe out. I just don't. The biggest thing about Real Madrid I do not understand is this big hang-up over Vinicius Jr. This guy is literally one of the most overrated players on the planet for the stature and the prestige his name gets. It's like you'd think that he's on, I don't know, just the level that he gets rated on is crazy. He's obviously a very good player, but too inconsistent, doesn't do enough. What's your takes on Real Madrid's situation and on my comments on Vinicius Jr.? Natasha says, will you be doing the World Cup watch-along as the games are on TV early hours of the morning? Yeah, I'm definitely going to be doing quite a lot of the World Cup games, Natasha. So you can keep me company if you're around watching some of those. But like I said, the problem is a lot of them are 2 o'clock in the morning, so I'll be steering clear of those. But there are a lot of games, particularly the England games. They've kind of very sneaky. They've scheduled a lot of the kind of the bigger nations, the European nations. So England games are usually always on at 9 o'clock. So kind of prime time for us over here. Spain and France, a lot of their games are at 9 o'clock as well. So we'll be able to catch them. And they've kind of done, I suppose it doesn't matter so much, but for example, not everyone's going to want to catch a Morocco or whatever. So they're kind of happy to put them on at 2 a.m. in the morning, where maybe that suits the African time zone for timings, I guess. But yeah, I'll definitely cover England games and European games in the World Cup. So hopefully you'll join me. Jermaine says, it's an absolute car crash. We called it ages ago with Mbappe and Vinny. Yes, we did, bro. Yes, we did. The thing is with Mbappe, he hasn't even done anything that wrong. I think he's been a success at Real Madrid overall. Obviously, they haven't won much, but ultimately, he scored a lot of goals, top scorer in the league. What more can he do? It's Vinny Jr. that doesn't step up. Natasha says, Jermaine says, would you take Vinny at Liverpool? If so, what price you have to pay? Nah, I wouldn't take him, man. He's just because the wages he's on, unless he was, the quality of player would take him, obviously, but he's going to want the crazy wages, and it's never going to be worth it. He's going to want, 300, 400 grand a week. We're losing Salah as it is, so, and you've got to try and trim the wages. But if he came in on a reasonable fee, but, Vinicius Jr., he's going to have a book value of 125 million plus, weekly wages of 400,000. And for the output, he's simply not worth it. Natasha says, the games are on at 2 a.m. are usually quite good games. Do you know something? I need to look at the schedule a bit closer, Natasha. I mean, do you know what? If there's some special games on, maybe like a Argentina versus whatever, a certain strong group game, I might just maybe get an early night or just get a few hours sleep, then wake up and then do a watch along. So are you planning to watch quite a lot of the World Cup yourself? Are you going to get up at 2 a.m. to follow some of these games? Yeah, this is it. We shall see, though. We shall see. So I will quickly bring up all the games as how you're a night out. I see. See, me personally, I do struggle with the late nights. I'm much of naturally an early bird, but yeah, I'm trying to change a little bit because I'm getting into my streaming and stuff lately. And also as well, after the games, I want to try and stay on longer to have chats with people, etc. as the community grows and what I'm trying to build on the YouTube channel. Because it's a lovely place to have a chat with like-minded people like yourself. And I was putting out a few posts in some of my videos earlier where you get a lot of this kind of toxic culture. And as you said, Natasha, the other day, I have good energy, nice person, etc. And that's what, the internet needs a bit more of, because sadly, we're just living in a world where it's all about the negativity sells, or that kind of car crash TV or car crash YouTube videos, sensationalism and all that sort of stuff. And yeah, of course, a little scandal every once in a while is interesting, but it's like the world wants it every 5 minutes. Do you know what I mean? And it's just not the one. Right, I will be back in 2 seconds. Just going to have a last toilet break before the game begins. I'll leave the lineups on the screen, and I'll be back in a moment. Oh, thanks, Natasha. I'm there waffling on. Good job you're on the ball, unlike me. I was saying, have you seen the manager for Burnley, Michael Jackson? And I like every time I see his name, I crack up because I just think, hee hee. But yeah, it's a mad one. My MJ's the manager at Burnley. All right, game is about to kick off. Right, we are off. Just quickly sorted out my timer. And we are good to go. Right, ball is fizzing around. Burnley pumping it forward. Burnley looking energetic at the start of this game. Pass back to the keeper, Weiss. Michael Jackson songs are good. Have you seen? I haven't seen the new Michael Jackson film, you know. I haven't seen. No, I need to watch it. I didn't realise that. Obviously, the lad that plays him is. I found out afterwards that it's his nephew. I didn't realise it was his nephew. I thought, wow, that's a really good doppelganger they got for him. But yeah, and he looks so young as well. He's only 20. He's 29. His nephew. I thought he was a lot younger than that. He looks younger. Have you seen it yourself? Is it any good? Right, already a corner. One corner already in the first minute. So good start for Burnley. Burnley have scored 4 Premier League goals from corners this season. There's stats for you. Jadon Anthony runs, checks and stops back. Oh, missed that one in the short corner. Hannibal tries to backheel it. Havertz clears for another corner. 2 corners for Burnley. You never would have thought that within the first 2 minutes. 2 corners at the Emirates. Cameron, welcome to the chat. 4-0 to the Gunners, lad, Cameron says. Optimistic you are. Oh, good crossing by Anthony. Drop down. Ball sneaks through. Decent. Good start from Burnley. Oh yeah, exactly. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so it's Jermaine's son. So Michael Jackson's nephew that plays him. It's amazing, the resemblance, right? Crazy. Come on, Burnley, Natasha says. Obviously, thank you guys for subscribing to the channel. But please do drop a like on the stream. Hit the thumbs up button. Really would appreciate it. All helps. So Odegaard, centre circle with the ball. I'll commentate on the game and I'll look at the chat every few seconds to see if anyone's talking. Happy to obviously chat. Mosquera, right wing position, checks inside. Good turn there. Eze plays in. Saka on the wing and my stream goes down. What's going on? Awful. Right at a good moment. Ugh, annoying. Okay. Do you think that the teams that are coming up to the Premier League next season will stay up? Good question. Of what are the 2 that's decided? There's 2. There's Coventry. Who's the other one, Natasha? Remind me. Is it Millwall? No, it's not Millwall, is it? Is it Millwall? Let's have a look. EPL. Oh, Ipswich Town. Yeah, I thought it was Millwall. Yeah, so it's Coventry and Ipswich. And in the playoffs, Millwall, Southampton, Middlesbrough and Hull City. Coventry, and if Frank Lampard stays, maybe. It's all such a lottery, Natasha. Oh, excuse me, sorry. You just don't know, do you? Coventry, Ipswich have that kind of little bit of history in the Prem in fairly recent-ish times. Coventry, it might be a big ask. But Frank Lampard seems to have done quite a good job there, so I just think it's a bit of a lottery. I think, unlike this season, 2 of the 3 will go down, whoever they are anyway, regardless. The Premier League, the teams are just too strong, too much money. And those 2 coming up, Coventry, Ipswich, maybe Southampton might make the playoffs. But yeah, I think 2 of the 3 will go down, if not all 3, to be honest, Natasha. How about you? What do you think? Declan Rice plays in Saka, central. Quick clearance by Burnley. Very defensive now from Burnley. Yeah, Frank did well at Chelsea. He's had a bit of a funny career like that. He's done well at Derby. Then he had obviously poor times at Everton. That was such a poor time. I thought that was the end of him as a manager, to be fair. I really did. Odegaard has it. Right wing, central. Mosquera. Odegaard, Eza. As we see Gokeredge yawning on the bench. Weiss. It's my first look at Fleming. Ball just back in play at Arsenal. Nothing really much happening at the moment. Being played around the back by the Gooners. Odegaard, central, long ball, trying to find Trossard on the wing, who lets it cleverly roll over his shoulder, but can't keep it in. He doesn't have those kind of burners. Next to a man in the right back position who definitely used to have burners, but who no longer does. Natasha says, I hear that the players who are leaving Liverpool at the end of the season will be given a send-off after the game on Sunday. Yeah, you'd think so, Natasha. They more than deserve it. Mo Salah, Robertson. The question is, will Alisson be one of those? I really hope not. I'm really worried about Mamardashvili, Natasha. I don't think he's good enough. I don't think he's going to make it. I think they've made a big boo-boo letting Kelleher go. And Mamardashvili, he's not it. After that Aston Villa game, I'm convinced he is not it. And I don't think he's gonna be good enough to be able to get to the standard. And I was really happy when we bought him. I thought he was gonna be the next big thing, but nope, I'm not having Mamardashvili. But yeah, Mo Salah should get a big send-off. Andy Robbo will as well. Maybe Joe Gomez is off as well. So we'll see on Sunday. It's going to be an emotional day. Yeah, Keller definitely should have been given a chance to Tasha. Ridiculous, really. He helped us win the league. Like, there was a time when, you'll remember, when Alisson was out, Kelleher played, and we didn't even miss Alisson. That's how good Kelleher was. So it's difficult. Eza, left midfield. Checks back inside. Declan Rice looking for options. Eza, left wing by the flag. Chalking his boots, brought down. Holds his left calf. His right calf. Good play with Calafiori and Eza. Right, set piece FC. I mean Arsenal FC taking a free kick. Declan Rice in swing of the right foot. Well defended by Burnley, to be fair, but drops. They sloppily give it away. Arsenal harrying, harassing. Ooh, Gabriel launches a left boot at it. It swings nearly into the path of one of his colleagues who would have had a nice shot on goal from 10 yards. Gabriel, left foot, swinger, volley, and it just eludes Havertz, who could have come on with his right foot. And even Havertz, you would imagine, would have buried that one if it had reached his feet. So that means that, oh, here we go. What have we got here? Burnley bursts into the box, driving. Good block by Calafiori. Very good player, Calafiori. It's just the injuries that kind of stunt his development and his growth at Arsenal. Eza, lovely control. Oh, beautiful turn by Eza. Brilliant. Such a baller that boy is. Natasha says, so that means that Liverpool's next manager will be given money to buy top signings. 100%, Natasha. He's going to be given you'd imagine that the next incoming manager is going to be given at least 150 million to spend. This team probably needs a bit more. Hold on, what's going on? Trossard, what's he done? Referee's talking to Trossard. The commentary made it sound like he was in big trouble. Not sure what happened there. See the Trossard shoves. Trossard shoves Fleming to the ground. It's like, why did he do that for you? He didn't even get yellowed for that. That's why is it? He didn't even get booked. I mean, I think red's a bit harsh, but it didn't even get booked. That's crazy. How can he not get booked for that? That's ridiculous. And what's he doing anyway? Keep your head. Dark Arts. Jermaine, 100%. Yeah, but look, Jermaine, I know obviously you're an Arsenal man. You want him to win, but what's he doing? It's actually stupid. Oh, good play beautiful twist from... Oh, Saka, lovely shot. Lovely turn back anyway. The shot was okay. Esteve blocks a shot, goes for a corner. But yeah, I mean, that's crazy from Trossard. Could potentially throw it away for his team. Criminal. But Arsenal have a corner. Set piece FC. Allez, allez. Dark arts indeed. Actually, they weren't even dark. They were light arts. They were light arts because they were blatant arts. Saka lines up the corner with that left foot, right wing position, right corner. Short corner with Trossard. Lays it back to Eza, edge of the box. Odegaard, central. Oh, lovely. Picks that Trossard. Oof. Havertz lines one up. He's looking for a corner. From what I can see, it looks like a corner. Good routine there from Arsenal. You've got to give them credit. Gary says, yeah, good play. That's right, Gary. It was good play, my man. Looks like that comes off of Fleming maybe for a corner. But we're 15 minutes in. And it's still 0-0 at the Emirates. Mosquera. Arsenal looking to turn up the heat. Over to Gabriel. Advances. Launches a lovely long ball to Trossard. Who brings it under control. But checks back. Eza. Lovely first touch. Trossard. Oh, it's the post, Trossard. Oh, Arsenal turning up the heat in the title chase. Trossard hits the post, then bigs up the crowd to say, come on. Great play from Arsenal there. Saliba. Over to his partner, Gabriel, centre circle. Back to Saliba. Trossard being the clutch man at the moment after his winner at West Ham on Sunday. The Burnley goal stays intact. Fair play to Burnley. They've turned up and they're putting in a solid shift effort so far. The already relegated team. They're definitely not playing like they're on the beach, put it that way. That was a lovely play, a lovely pass from Eze. So clever. Bang! Rocket from Trossard. Cannons off the bottom left post. Keeper is beat. That ball easily could have cannoned back off the keeper and then went in. But great play from Arsenal. Right, Trossard bursting on the left wing. Puts a poor cross in though. Eze retrieves the pass. Puts one into the box, but it's a smelly one. Trying to look for a corner, but nah. Nothing going on there. 15 minutes. Cameron in the chat says, looking strong. Yeah, Arsenal are definitely turning up the heat, that is for sure. Arsenal got control of the game now. 80% possession, 20% for Burnley. 4 attempts by Arsenal, 2 for Burnley. Raya with the ball now. Trossard and Walker come together. Trossard flies to the floor. Strong. Hannibal. Edge of the box. Puts one in. Poor cross. No one there. Jaden Anthony picks it up. Left wing. Back heel. No, sorry. It wasn't Anthony. Oh, lovely play by Anthony. Oh, lovely play from Burnley. Edge of the box. Puts one in. Blocked by Declan Rice. Havertz holding it up. Falls down easily. That's not a foul. Get up, Havertz. Loser. Right, Kyle Walker, centre circle. Advancing to the right wing slowly. Cagey game. Hannibal looking for a foul. Fleming's putting himself about. A player I've never seen before, Fleming. '18th minute. We're nearly halfway through the first half. Eze in his own half. Over to Saliba. Deepest player, always the deepest player for Arsenal. Mosquera, right back position, advancing towards the halfway lane. Back to Saliba. Gabriel. Odegaard, advancing into the Burnley half. Havertz, right wing. Odegaard drives one over to Gabriel, centre circle, moving over to his left though. Declan Rice. Slips in Odegaard. Nice play with Eze. 1-2. Lovely play from these two. The two tens, as it were. Saka in the box, right side. Flicks one over. Poor from Saka. He's got technical ability. Just hold it up. Do a bit more. They're not closing you down. You should have held on to that. Look for something better. Just lofts one in. Lazily. Off for a goal kick. Oh, Jermaine. Oh, question. Jermaine. Question. Kepa. Remember our debate? What say you? We had that back and forth about it. You remember? I told you, poor signing. You were like, 5 million, blah, blah, blah. Cost you a final though, didn't he? Like I said, if Raya plays, fine. And Raya is always fit, so it shouldn't really cost you. But he ended up costing you even when Raya wasn't fit. And that was my point. Imagine if Raya had been injured for 12 games this season, like Alisson. You're not in the title race anymore, mate, with Kepa. Told you. Saliba. My prediction was 1-0 Arsenal. We've already had the post hit. Odegaard's played very well today. Saka. Just looks a bit off the pace, Saka. I'm always watching Bukayo closely. Odegaard. Looking fresh at the back end of the season. Quite a lot of zip in his legs, it seems. He's floating around the pitch. He's definitely been the best player so far. Him and Trossard. Right. Ooh, nice ball played in by Odegaard. A bit unlucky, but cleared by Esteve. Declan Rice. Right side. Look for movers. Burnley. Rigid 4-4-2 system. 2 banks of 4. Arsenal finding it hard to break through. Ball is back in their own half. William Saliba centre circle. Over to Christian Mosquera. Right back position. Just crossed over the halfway line. Jogging pace. 1-2 of Havertz. Odegaard. Popping up all over the pitch. Drives inside. Over to Rice. Oh, Odegaard tries to be too cute there, but gives it away. Burnley keeping shape. Saka, that's well won back by Saka. Drives into the box. What's he got? Lays it off to Havertz. Edge of the box. Havertz. Looking for support. Checks back. Drags it back for himself. Odegaard. Oh, great ball from Odegaard. Havertz kind of just wasn't on his toes. Didn't really read it well, but they're not on his wavelength at the moment. The only two players on the wavelength are Odegaard, Eze and Trossard. These three are the ones that are going to make the difference for Arsenal tonight. You can tell. But Odegaard, yeah, like good invention. You see that stat that Arsenal the only team in the Prem to not score against Liverpool. Yeah, I know, bro. I don't know how you not managed that. We're trash. But yeah, that's wild. I didn't even know that stat. That's just cheered me up. Mate, I just need that manager gone. That's all I need. Myself, Natasha, that's what we need. We just need Arne Slot gone. All right, that's going to be a handball, surely. But no, Arsenal continue. Calafiori. Over to Trossard. Cuts inside. Plays one into the box. Cleared by the Burnley defence. Cleared by Axel Twanzebe. Odegaard plays a good ball in. Cleared by Stev, but given away by Fleming, who's bursting clear. Good pace by the youngster. Ooh. Tried a good pass, but Gabriel was there to block. But the game is stretched now. Arsenal on the break. It's come back though. They didn't want this. They wanted to keep the momentum. Odegaard, right side. Mosquera, right wing advancing. Back to Odegaard. Turns inside. Declan Rice centre. Over to Odegaard, right channel. Out to Mosquera, right wing position. Odegaard. Gabriel now, central. William Saliba, deepest man. Hannibal fouls Gabriel. Gabriel gives him some expletives. Hannibal tries to pick him up. Gabriel's fuming. Yeah, late tackle from Hannibal. I can understand why he's annoyed. He did apologise, but yeah, I can understand why Gabriel was annoyed. Hannibal's a bit of an S-house for that sort of stuff. Noticed he does that quite a bit when he plays Liverpool. So yes. Declan Rice lining up this free kick. Odegaard, Eza, Trossard left wing, facing up Kyle Walker. What's he got? Oh, good tackle from Walker. Walker would like to do his old team, Man City, a favour. The City right back legend, sorry. David Raya deep out of his half, pumps one forward, trying to get the Arsenal attack going. Well won by Gabriel. Picked up by Saliba, but that's going to get cut. Nope. Eza turns, spins, looking for an option, plays it out wide to Saka in the edge of the box. Can he get the angle for a shot? No. Saliba back to Odegaard. Burnley swarming. Burnley playing like it's the FA Cup final. It's going to be... Oh, ball nearly creeped through for Saka, but... Right, Burnley on the break. Fleming. Ball comes in. Hannibal. Oh, good chance. Tried to get it on his right foot, but if he swung his left boot at it, maybe, just maybe. Good break from Burnley. Shawana. Great cross from him. Hannibal should just swing his left foot at it, to be honest. Right, ball played down right wing. Long ball, Saka picks. Havertz, Saka, Odegaard. Declan Rice central, just outside the box, Odegaard. But now Burnley looking to break. Burnley defending deep and trying to break. Jadon Anthony slips in Hannibal, but Gabriel's got the pace to match him. Bit of argy-bargy as they both go down under pressure with each other. Bit of arguing. These two are getting a bit heated, these two. Eza. Arsenal just moving the ball around now. Right. Havertz onside in the box, floated in. It's a good play from Arsenal. Declan Rice. Eza turns, snapshot. Over his shoulder, volley, straight into the keeper's hands. Right, ball played out by Raya. Odegaard charging at the Burnley goal. Saka edge of the box, in the box, turns, cuts, looking to go to the byline. He's going to whip home with his right foot. Oh, over the keeper. Keeper just... Oh, did he get a hand to it? It drops... How did that not go in? Is it going to be one of those nights for Arsenal? Odegaard. Cross came in from Saka and it looked like it was about to drop in. The angle looked like it might drop onto the top of the net or drop in, but it didn't even, just rolled out and cleared by Burnley. Havertz, edge of the box, but drives in. What's he going to do? Oh, takes a shot, cleared by Esteve. Mounting pressure by the Arsenal. Let's see this Saka. Gets to the byline, puts the cross in. Oh, and it just bends over the net, but back into play, nearly drops in. Literally about half a foot wide, nearly dropped in. Saka about to take the corner. Odegaard. Eza. Right wing now, Trossard. Slips in Saka. What's he going to do? Plays it nice into the box with Mosquera. Cleared by Shawana. What's he going to do? Stands up Trossard. Clears. Burnley are deep. At this point, it's going to be difficult for them to get to half time and keep it 0-0, I reckon. They are really under the... They're really under the thumb now. Burnley, really under the thumb. Cameron, you're right. Jaden, turns to Odegaard nicely there. Anthony. Burnley have now managed to relieve a bit of pressure and have moved a bit forward. Walker. Big pass forward to the left wing. But lovely by Mosquera, who heads it easily back to Raya, who plays at Declan Rice, who is jogging forward, striding forward with the ball. That Saka cross was close. Close as anything. Odegaard driving, right side, Mosquera. Odegaard again. Oh, lovely back heel by Odegaard. Curved, brilliant back heel. Right, Fleming tries to hold up, but there's no respite. Arsenal harassing, chasing them down. Gabriel slips in. Havertz. Oh, is it going to be a penalty? How does Saka not score there? He goes down. I don't know. At first glance, that looks like a penalty. I don't understand it. If that's not a penalty, then how does Saka not score? That makes no sense. Why did Esteve leave that anyway? Like, clear the ball. He left Saka. I don't understand that. Show a replay. The Arsenal fans are booing. But they're not even mentioning VAR or anything. Saka's only just got back up. have a look at this. So the ball comes in. Oh, it's so fast. You just can't tell. Let's have a look again. Perez. Oh, I think the feet come together. I can understand why it's nothing. Saka kicks Perez's foot, I guess. Their foot comes together at the same time. I don't think it's a penalty. Nah. Saka kicks Perez, so I don't think you get a penalty for that. I don't think you get a penalty for that. Yeah. I don't think it was a penalty. Mikel Arteta can't believe it, but come on, you're an ex-footballer. Go and watch the replay. You know it's not. I don't understand. Why does everyone have to try? I'm not going to use the word cheat is a bit strong, but why are you turning and going, oh, unbelievable? It's not clear. Exactly, Jermaine. You're an Arsenal fan. It's not a pen. But look at your manager on the sidelines. Like, oh my God, I can't believe it. Well, Mikel, did you not play football for 20 years, bro? You not like, have you not forgotten more about football than all of us in the chat combined will ever know? But yeah, do you know what I mean? I'm sick of these small margins where these lot, not Arsenal, these lot, it's every team. They want to nick a result. Just relax yourself. If you're the best team, you'll find a way past Burnley. Ridiculous. Trossard, Jinx, cuts back inside, goes back on the outside, stands up Walker. Good play from Calafiori. Surely. Oh my goodness. Laid back to Odegaard, who rifles one low and it's deflected for a corner. I thought that was it. I thought that was the moment Arsenal take the lead. And the roof comes off the Emirates. Laid back by Calafiori. What a block. What a block by Ukachugwu. Wow, what a block that was. So far, Ukachugwu is Man City's man of the match. I mean, Burnley's man of the match. Right, corner coming in. Arsenal knocking on the door. I did say a few minutes ago, I can't see Burnley get to the half-time without conceding. The pressure is building. Saka, lovely ball in. Goal. I just said it. Havertz. Jumps. Clear. Unmarked. And that's the lead. Jermaine says bang, bang, bang. So easy. Corner FC does it again. Literally no play around him. It looked like a few other Arsenal players could have got the ball. But Havertz, the redemption time, his redemption arc maybe, as he salutes the crowd. Fist pump. Saka. So many Burnley players here, but they're all static. All the Arsenal players running, moving. Yeah, too easy. But the cross is perfect. The cross is perfect. So well worked. The Arsenal players kind of give him a bit of protection around and he leaps. You can see how the organisation and what they work on the set pieces. Mikel Arteta on the touchline. Fist pumps. Arms pumping everywhere. Elation on their faces. Arsenal are marching towards the Premier League title. Jermaine says bang, bang, bang. Gary says yes. Two Gooners, two very happy Gooners. Oh, let me update the score. I am literally a nightmare for this. I get so caught up in the game I forget to update the score. But it is. Arsenal 1, Burnley 0. Another corner goal from Corner FC. I mean Arsenal FC. Shuana, right wing, driving. Into the box, checks back, lays one in, but well cleared by Declan Rice. Corner for Burnley. Can they respond from a corner? It was not a pen. Definitely not, Natasha. It wasn't a pen. And that's what I was just trying to say a few minutes afterwards. Like, why are they complaining about? Get on with the game. Not only 2 minutes later they score. Get on with the game. Stop all this cheating, trying to grab a fake advantage that doesn't exist. Ridiculous. Right. Arsenal need to see this out till half time to get themselves inching towards that Premier League title. Yeah, the penalty did go to VAR, but they ruled it out. Arsenal easily defended. Raya slips it out. Declan Rice bursting forward, plays a long ball out to nobody. Big punt back by Weiss, very confident. Slips by Trossard. Live updated Premier League table. Arsenal are 5 points clear of City. .40 coming up to the complete in 41 minutes. Is Anthony going to be booked there? I didn't see that as a foul. Natasha says, I think it will be a draw. I don't know, Natasha. I think that's wishful thinking. I just can't see it. Saying that, I did predict a 1-0. I mean, as it goes down really easy, I don't think that was a foul. I think Anthony should have been allowed to play on. I do kind of understand why players do go on to then put it in the net just in case, but I think if a draw's to happen, Natasha, then obviously Arsenal need not score again. Burnley need a quiet. Burnley need another half like this, and then maybe they can nick one late. But other than that, if this goes 2-0, it's over. Odegaard. Declan Rice, his own half. Saliba. Rice over to Gabriel, left side, moving towards the centre circle, but in his own half. Slips one through the lines. Eza checks back. Mosquera. Calafiori wraps one over to Havertz, but he miscontrols it. Saka, right side of the box to Odegaard. Drives forward. Unlucky there. Tries to do an Iniesta croqueta, but messes it up. So goal kick for Burnley. Hello everyone in the chat. A few of you lurking. Please say hello. Make yourself known. My name is Ade, the veteran arcade soldier. Happy to chat to one and all. Please do say hello. Saka in the middle. Plucky effort from Burnley so far, to be fair. Odegaard. I think he's been the best player this half, in my opinion. Very good performance from Odegaard. Very impressive. Trying to make things happen. And please do remember to drop a like on the stream, people. Thank you. Just hit that thumbs up. All helps the channel growth. Declan Rice moving towards the centre. Pinged out wide to Havertz. Looking for help. Mosquera back to Havertz. Over to Saka, who's edge of the box. Bends one. Oh, just wide. Trademarked Saka. Left foot. Hit from the right side of the box. Bending, arcing, and just goes wide. Lovely play from Saka. Just wide. Oof. Natasha says, the thing is Arteta worked alongside Pep at Manchester, so maybe he has learned a lot from that time. Breaking news, Pep to leave at City at the end of the season. Is that true? Is that right? Pep to leave end of the season? Wow. Okay. Surprised. Obviously, I knew it was kind of potential on the cards, but I thought he might stay for one more. So can he leave with another title? Will Arsenal spoil the party? That is the question. Arsenal break it down the right-hand side. Havertz, Saka turns, spins into the box, tries to pass on to Odegaard. They're looking for a handball. Relax, guys. It's just, honestly, just ridiculous. These guys are ridiculous. How can you look for a handball for that? Arsenal, embarrassing. Okachukwu, faced down by 4 Arsenal players all over him. So is that break? So that's definitely is that confirmed, Natasha? Yeah, like Pep's leaving City. That's confirmed. Jeez, I'll tell you what, Natasha. Wish he'd have left 5 years ago. Liverpool would have had about 2 or 3 more titles. Never mind. Saying that Arsenal would have had a couple as well, wouldn't they? So Mosquera throw in. Saliba back to Raya. Gabriel, Saliba, Mosquera, right back. Hasn't put a foot wrong today. Saliba. Played it back across the back 4 for Arsenal. Back to Saliba. The centre-backs just working it alongside each other. Mosquera. What a great signing this boy is. 16 million euros. Solid right back. Really good centre-back. Brilliant scouting from those head boys at Arsenal. Nicola Berta doing the business. So that means Liverpool would have a new manager, City would have a new manager, Chelsea have a new manager, Newcastle would have a new manager, Crystal Palace new manager, Bournemouth new manager. Well, Eddie Howe's not been sacked yet. Eddie Howe's still at Newcastle. I think they're talking about they might give him a bit more time. But yeah, all of the other ones, yeah, new managers. Lots of new managers, Natasha. You are spot on. Esteve with the ball in his box. Back to Weiss. Ugachukwu breaking out from the back. Turns back but drives forward. Jaden Anthony looking for help. Chased down by Gunners. Played out wide to Carl Walker. Charges forward. Chauner cuts back. The winger. And that's the half-time whistle. Check out on the internet, the latest sports, it says Pep to leave. I will have a look, Natasha. I will have a look. Thank you for that. Like to stay across all the breaking news. Let's have a look. And there is the news that Natasha was just breaking there for the chat. So very interesting. Let's have a little look. Oliver Holt, who is a reputable man, works for the Daily Mirror. Pep Guardiola to quit Man City at the end of the season. I believe it when I see it. One of the comments says, yep, looks like it is true. Yeah, just released 38 minutes ago. Big news. Big news. So Arsenal are halfway there to getting the 3 points today. What do we think of that? What do you think of that news, Natasha? Pep leaving. Obviously, you know, they've been big rivals to Liverpool and us for all this time. But what are your thoughts on Pep leaving? Is it a kind of a sad thing that a great manager leaves the league, or is it a little bit of a relief that he's finally gone and maybe City get a bit weaker? What do you think? Anyone else in the chat? What's your opinion on Guardiola leaving? Right, I'm just going to go toilet. So yeah, drop your comments on the stream. Let me know what you think about Pep Guardiola leaving, breaking by Natasha on the Vet Arcade Soldiers channel. But City won't be no good under a new manager. If Pep going to Liverpool? I wished. Sign me up. Do you know? You never know. Football's a weird and wonderful thing. You know what? He said in the past that he loved Anfield, loved the atmosphere, but I think he wants a break. Can you imagine though? Can you imagine if it pulled a U-turn and Pep turned up at L4? I'd take it all day long. But I don't think so. Right, on that note, I'll be back in a minute. Everyone else, share your Pep Guardiola thoughts. I'm a nightmare. Thank you, Natasha. Jesus. Right, catching up again. Natasha says, Pep going to Liverpool. Wouldn't that be amazing? Jermaine says, I do feel like it's a great time for him to leave. A domestic cup double and hand the mantle over to Arteta. A bit quick there, Jermaine. It could be a treble. Arsenal haven't got it over the line yet. But I take your point. It would allow Arsenal to kind of probably potentially dominate England for the next few seasons, potentially, once Pepper's gone. And then Gary says, I'm glad he is leaving, it makes it easier for Arsenal. So, and that is true. With no Pep around, you would imagine that that Man City just won't be as strong. Simple as that. I mean, he is the best manager in the world. And yeah, if he's not around, it makes it easier for everybody else. So my thoughts on it are that it's a shame to lose such a great manager, but he is what they call a bit of a trophy pig. He wins too much. And with him not being there, Man City are weaker. That is obvious. And I think what that does then, it opens it up for everybody next season. So going into next season, regardless of what happens in the last two games, Arsenal will start next season as the Premier League favourites. Whether they win it or not, they just will. Because Pep won't be there. And then I think everyone's got a chance. Depending on the recruitment that teams make, Man United could be in a title race. If Liverpool get it right and get rid of Slot, Liverpool should be in a title race. Arsenal would definitely be in a title race. Man City with their new manager should technically still be in a title race. And maybe Xabi Alonso can get Chelsea moving upwards. All of a sudden you could have a 5-team battle for the league. So that would be fantastic. So Pep going, pay homage. He's a great man. But maybe it is time. Freshens up the league and just moves everything around. So, yeah, it's probably quite good news, to be fair. So that's my thoughts on Guardiola. Right. Just going to go bathroom and then get some water. And I'll come and settle back in with the chat. And when I get back, I will remember to unmute my microphone for once. Okay, back in the comment section. Natasha says, "Never say never. Maybe Pep wants a new challenge at Liverpool." Do you know what? I would take it. I would absolutely take it. There's still plenty of life in the old dog. Pep to quit City after Sunday's game. Wow, it's mad. Well, to be fair, he's probably thinking, "What more can I do?" He's won the league so many times. He's won so many cups. Yeah, it's quite incredible, really. It definitely opens the door for a lot more challenges next season, put it that way. So, I think Arsenal, if they get over the line, they'll be more or less equally as strong next season. But it could work in their favour that once they've done it once, it makes it easier for them to do it again. But as we've seen, it's so hard to retain the title. So, once you've done it once, you kind of... Most teams on average, slip back a little bit, a gear or so, because it's just a weight and they just completed the mission and they lose a bit of momentum. And to be fair, this Arsenal team have been chasing this title for 4 years now. So it might just be like such a relief when they win the league on Sunday, Arsenal, that next season they just don't have the same appetite and hunger again. Natasha said it will be nice to see them win the league on Sunday. City, you mean? I think you mean. I don't know. It's one of those things where, if they win it, it's a weird one. I'll be real. I don't want Arsenal or City to win the league, but so one of them's got to win it. And a lot of the season, I've kind of been a little bit nonplussed. I don't really care. I'm not as offended by Arsenal fans as a lot of people are. I don't like Arsenal the club, but that's my own personal thing. They they caused me a lot of pain when I was a kid, Arsenal. So but if they win it, fair play to them. If they win it, they're the best team, and I don't really hold any grudges with them. I don't really like that. Some of the football they play today is not bad. It's weird. Sometimes they play all right football, and other times they play. It's functional. So my problem with Arsenal is that if you watch 10 Arsenal games, 3 of them would be good. They play good football. 3 will be stinkers and 4 will be just marginal. Just average functional football. And it's just, I'm used to seeing better football. But in saying that, after what Arne Slot served up this season, I'd watch Arsenal every week instead of Liverpool, to be fair, because we are horrific. But this is what happens when you've got the wrong manager in charge. It would be a nice way for Pep to bow out. Oh yeah, I mean, it would be incredible, and maybe he's got it. Maybe he's got one more twist up his sleeve. But I think what it boils down to is that if Pep is to win the league on Sunday, it's because Arsenal gave it away. Because all they've got to do is see out 45 minutes and then one more game against Palace. But could Palace be the fly in the ointment, the team that spoils it for them? Jermaine O'Mara, maybe them 115 charges looming. Well, this is it as well. So in some ways, a lot of people that don't want and fans don't want Arsenal to win the league, they'll be happy if City win it. That means Arsenal don't win the league, and then City get stripped to the titles anyway. That's literally what a lot of football fans are wanting. But yeah, it is what it is. Right, actually, let me go through the match stats. So do a little breakdown of the match stats, as I like to do on this channel. So the match stats is obviously 1-0 at half-time. That clean header from Havertz from a Saka assist. The possession for Arsenal, 72.2% and 27.8% for Burnley. Massive advantage for Arsenal in possession. The XG for Arsenal, 0.64 and a lowly 0.15 for Burnley. Literally not a sniff. Arsenal have had 9 shots, of which 2 on target. Burnley have had 3 shots, none on target. Arsenal have had 21 touches, quite a high amount in the Burnley box. And Burnley have had 6 in the Arsenal box. No saves by Raya, 1 by Weiss, 7 aerial duels, 1, 6 by Burnley. Right, second half is kicking off. Let's get the timer up. Right, just about to kick off here. And we're off. Rice hoofs one out. Deep into the Burnley half. Being chased by the Arsenal players. That percentage football. Rocket hit at Weiss. Wow. Quick start from Arsenal. Natasha says, they say Maresca is coming in City to be the next manager. I do not rate him. He was crap at Chelsea. Do you know what? Yeah, Maresca. They've long said that he was going to be the one that was going to take over Chelsea. I remember hearing rumours about it 8-9 months ago. What I would say to Maresca is, they did win the Club World Cup last summer. And I'll tell you something, before it went downhill, before he was sacked, and remember, he sacked himself with his comments. He made comments against the owners, and he was disenfranchised with the way that the club was run. I thought in the first 10 games, Chelsea were playing some absolutely brilliant football. The wheels did fall off a little bit. But he's a better manager than, obviously, Liam Rossini that came in to replace him. I think he's okay, Maresca. I don't think he's definitely not Pep level, and I don't know if he's Man City level. But with that squad, you should be able to do quite well. So I think with Maresca, he could get them challenging. Whether he's good enough to win it, I don't know. Jadon Anthony bursts into the box. Well defended. Mosquera, strong defending. Odegaard goes to clear with Saliba. I think that PSG's manager would suit City. Oh, we don't want that, Natasha. That's the manager I want. That's the manager that most clubs want, Luis Enrique. Yeah. If he goes to City, it's all over. Game over. Might as well not even start the season, honestly. Seriously. What do you think of Enrique, the PSG manager? I'd like him at Liverpool. And did you know? Hey, hi Lauren, how are you? Hi Lauren. how are you? Natasha. Yeah, did you know PSG's manager, Luis Enrique, is the favourite to take over Liverpool? It's 7-2. It's a little bit short odds. Liverpool's going to get Nagelsmann. You really want Nagelsmann, I can tell. I'll be happy with it. But the bookmakers say at the moment, Enrique is the favourite. I don't see how. And Nagelsmann is a second favourite. So we'll see, because these things change. I'd be happy with Enrique or Nagelsmann, to be honest. Yeah, hope you're doing well, Lauren. Thanks for joining the stream. All good, thank you. With the starry-eyed emojis. Please do put a like on the stream, please, Lauren. Really appreciate it. It all helps the content and the growth. And anyone else who can, if you're in there, just hit that thumbs up. And anybody else lurking in the background, drop a like on the channel and subscribe. Help out your boy. Eze with the ball. Arsenal knocking it around. Burnley are quite deep. Burnley look like they're going to try and play it deep, play it safe, and try and counter on a break as they did in the first half. But yeah, Arsenal going to need that second goal just to make sure that the 3 points are safe. Burnley, anyone can score a goal in a game of football, but it's unlikely Burnley will get two. So if Arsenal can get a second, the points are in the bag. Odegaard, edge of the box, shaping up on the left foot. Nearly trips over himself. Over to Saka, right wing. Saka, edge of the box. Plays it with Odegaard. Havertz, Declan Rice. Ball breaks. Jadon Anthony. Bursting. Good block by Mosquera. The guy blocks everything. Kyle Walker. Esteve on the ball. Back to Twinzabi. Back to Weiss. Natasha says, Nagelsmann is German like Klopp. United fans would not like it. They have got Carrick. I can see that going pear-shaped by Christmas. Southgate in. I like your style, Natasha. I'd love to see Southgate at Man United. That would... you know what, by Christmas, that'd be the best Christmas present for any Liverpool fan. But I think Carrick, he's done a great job. Right, we can't deny that. I just think they're going to struggle next season with all the extra games with the Champions League and all the Carabao Cup games and all that sort of stuff. I just see them struggling a bit, to be honest. But all depends on signings. At the end of the day, football, all this talk about managers this, managers that, managers leaving, managers coming in. It's all about players. If you get the right players in, you give any manager a chance. Right, Jadon Anthony bursting forward. Jadon Anthony goes to bend one top corner. Arsenal sloppy. Declan Rice, Eze, poor pass. Misplaced pass. Jadon Anthony kind of bursts clear, cuts inside, goes to bend one top corner, but knocks it over. Relief from Eze. Decent shot from Anthony, but maybe a sighter. But for a next opportunity. Arsenal playing out from the back. Odegaard in his own box. He's going to put Trossard. Ooh, nearly put Trossard in. Long ball cleared by Kyle Walker. Good play from the Burnley boys. Shawana foul by Ricardo Calafiori. Natasha says, come on, Burnley. Natasha, who's on your hit list for who's your teams that you who's on your most hated list? Well, hate's a strong word. Who's on your most dislike list as football clubs, Natasha? Anthony, right wing. Nice cross into the box. Ooh, played across the box. Arsenal were very sure no one was following. Mosquera lets it go out for a throw. Trossard, left wing. Trossard cuts back, checks back, jinks. Oh, great pass to Calafiori. Havertz, other side of the box now, crying for another penalty. Ridiculous. Put your hand down, you fool. Saka, right wing, shapes one in. Eza, tipped over by Weiss. Eza hits the volley from a Saka cross, bounces down into the ground and up over Weiss, nearly under the bar, but tipped over. Good save. Oof, crossbar. Close. Eza just doesn't connect with a volley. Ball's going over, but Weiss doesn't touch it, so it's not a corner. Goal kick, but great chance from Eza. Burnley in possession. Shuana gives it away. Declan Rice. Gary says, got to score. He has got to score from that. You're right, Gary. He's got to score from there. Also just knocking it around. And no one scored, Natasha. It's there's a chance. He hit the crossbar from a volley. Trossard puts in. Havertz flicks one over. Eza. Oh, well defended. Arsenal coming very close. Very close. Burnley knocking it around at the back, but they can't get out. Ball played out wide to Walker. He'll be in the Championship next season, Carl Walker. Schauner. Anthony tries to bring it down, loses it. One back by Hannibal. Jaden Anthony picks it up. Exciting as he moves forward. Drives forward. Drives. Doesn't lay it off. Plays it to Carl Walker. Edge of the box. Whips one in. Fleming falls down. Good opportunity. Hannibal, central, lines one up, tries to hit a rocket and blazes it way over like he's playing at Twickenham. Awful shot. But Burnley letting Arsenal know they're still in the game. Burnley still in this. Eza, Havertz, Trossard out wide to Mosquera, advancing. Saka comes back. Odegaard driving forward, driving at the goal. What's he going to do? Slips one over to Calafiori, but it just goes for a Burnley goal kick. Hello to the viewers. Anyone in the chat, please say hello. Be lovely to hear from some new people as well. My name is Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, doing a live watch along of Arsenal 1, Burnley 0. Odegaard to Mosquera. Looks energetic, under pressure. Ooh, nearly given away by Gabriel. Loose touch. Declan Rice picks up centre circle. Over to Calafiori. Gabriel to Saliba. Arsenal moving it around. But in their own half though. Odegaard, clever pass to Eze. Centre circle, fouled. Natasha says, yes, Pep news, it is fact. Just been announced on Sky Sports News. He is leaving after the game on Sunday. But the question is, have they decided who is coming in? So, yep. So it's actually confirmed. I think it will be Maresca, as you mentioned before. Saka right wing. Or can Perez keep it in? Lucas Perez. Perez on the Arsenal pitch. Odegaard, edge of the box. Slips in. Havertz. Is he offside? Saka. Oh, side netting. But it was offside anyway. Think it will be Maresca, as you said. But if PSG win the Champions League, is their manager then going to be tempted to join City? You don't manifest that. If he wins the Premier League, he should be tempted to come to Liverpool. That's what needs to happen. Luis Enrique, the PSG manager. That's the manager I want at Liverpool. I know you want Nagelsmann, but I want Enrique. Declan Rice puts one out wide. Trossard, left wing. Trossard lays it back centrally for Declan Rice. Burnley half centre circle to Saliba. Back to Rice. Rice looking for options over to Saliba. They're just encroaching forward. Odegaard turns, spins, looking for options. Drives. Havertz, loose touch from Havertz, given away, poor. He's had a bit of a poor game apart from the goal, but he is the man that's put him on the board. Cameron says Maresca will go City. Yep, I agree. So does this mean that Elliot Anderson goes to United? It's interesting. Yeah, good point. Because they've been talking about Elliot Anderson going to Man City all season, haven't they? What do you think of him anyway, Natasha? Me personally, I think he's all right, but for the 100 million they're touting, not for me. No way. I think he's an okay player, but I don't think he's special, to be honest. He's definitely not 100 million anyway. But I think that they would still buy him regardless anyway. City are that kind of team. They're whether Pep's there or not, if they've identified someone, they will go ahead and buy them anyway. He's not that good. Yeah, I agree with you. I mean, he's an okay player. He is good, but I just don't think he's like top class. Ball in the box, flicked on. Calafiore tries to flick one up and over for himself. My prediction was 1-0. But I did say a nervy 1-0. But at the moment, it's not nervy. But the longer it goes on at 1-0, it will start to get nervy. Natasha says she would go for Stiller. Hello, Phil, to Cal. Anderson stats are through the roof. They are, my man. They are. To be fair, they are. And, I mean, I'm a Liverpool fan. Welcome to the channel, Phil. Let me know who you support. Elliot Anderson versus Liverpool this season has bossed both games. So I sound like I'm being a bit contradictory by saying I don't really rate him because I've seen him absolutely have up Liverpool's midfield on his own. But it's the 100 million. I can't reckon it. Perez in the box. Ooh, Burnley chance. Yeah, let us know who you support, Phil, and welcome to the chat. You're an EPL fan from New Zealand. Lovely to have you. What time is it in New Zealand right now? So you must be, what, about 11 a.m.? Is that right? 11 a.m., 10, 12 a.m., noon, midday? And do you follow a certain team or you just like the Premier League? But really, lovely to have you in the chat. Gary says Burnley still in this. You're getting worried, aren't you, Gary? Gary's getting worried. Eze knocks it out wide. Mosquera's been brilliant this game, Mosquera. Back to Rice. Odegaard. Tries to slip in a play. He's trying to be a bit too clever now, Odegaard. Just a Premier League fan, mate. No worries, mate. I know that's Australian, but similar neck of the woods. New Zealand, a country I've always wanted to visit. But yeah, Premier League fan. It's good to have you. Welcome to the channel. If you like a nice chilled place to chat with nice friendly people, then please do drop a like on the stream and consider subscribing to the channel. It'll be lovely to have you on board. Who do you think's going to win the league, Phil? Do you think Arsenal's going to get it done? Right. Chower. Lays one out wide to Carl Walker, who slips in Hannibal. Right side of the box, goes down. Well defended by Arsenal, though. Declan Rice, monstrous. Natasha says, come on, Burnley. She's manifesting it. Esteve. Jaden Anthony, Carl Walker. Burnley getting a bit more possession. Phil says, yeah, Arsenal def. I do agree, mate, so far. I did predict a 1-0 here. A little bit intrigue with Palace. Palace have the Conference Cup final the following Wednesday after next weekend's final day. So you'd imagine they're going to rest players. But I said the same about Villa and Liverpool, and Villa absolutely flattened my boys. Liverpool absolutely flattened us. So you never know. Hannibal, good feet. Calafiore, cleared, middle by Gabriel. Odegaard, turns, drives, puts it cleverly outside to Mosquera, advancing. Burnley half to Bukayo Saka. Centre circle now. Declan Rice picks it up. Natasha says, did you see the cost of the new Premier League shirts? So expensive. If you go to Morocco, you can get them there cheaper. Yeah, or you can contact a certain Chinese website because they're everywhere and they do amazing quality football shirts. But yeah, the cost of football shirts is disgusting. What's the latest price now? The last I checked was last season. It was 125 for the player authentic shirts and 80 quid for a regular shirt. I don't know what they are now, but I'd imagine it's going to be something the same. It's not going to go down because nothing on this planet goes down in price. 66 minutes. We are 2/3 of the way through this game. Have you been to Morocco? I have not. I haven't been to Africa. One day I need to go. I'm half Nigerian, so I do need to go there one day. But there's so many places on the bucket list, Natasha, I need to visit. You've been to Morocco, I think you said before. You said yes the other day. Yeah, that's a place I'd love to visit. Havertz brings down Okachukwu. It's a cynical one on the back of his calf, right down the Achilles, right in front of the ref. Ref is checking for serious foul play. I don't know serious foul play. I mean, it's a yellow, but I don't know about serious foul play. It is nice. What is Nigeria like? I don't know, Natasha. I've got family there. I've got plenty of friends and contacts from Nigeria, but I've never been. But one day. Oh, but check for a red card. Possible red card here. This could, the tackle in slow motion, it doesn't look good. I don't think they're going to send him off though, but I think it's a yellow. I don't think it's a red. Yeah, yellow card. I don't think it was a red. Ooh, I mean, in slow motion, it's horrific. No, Natasha, it's a yellow. I just don't think there was enough force to warrant a red. I think a red would have been harsh. I think a red would have been a bit too harsh, but it was definitely a close call. Dr. Tuna hand. That's a good username. Dr. Tuna. Do you know what? I've got a contact for shirts, so I will let you know. Stick around on the channel. Drop a like on the stream. Drop a subscribe on the channel. Help out your boy Ade, the veteran arcade soldier, and I can definitely hook you up. 100%. To be fair, I'm going to look to be getting myself a few shirts myself this summer, so I will let you know. But where are you from, Dr. Tuna? And welcome to the channel. Lovely to see someone new in the chat. Please let me know. We've got... I'm myself originally from London, England. Natasha's family, she's originally from Liverpool way. We've got Phil from New Zealand. So we've got an international flavour here. Where are you from, Dr. Tuna? That's a fishy hand job you're talking there. That's a wild name there, mate. That's a wild name. Subbed, good man. Probably Japan. Good laughs. Yeah, let us know where you're from, Dr. Tuna. And who do you let us know who you support as well. So Okachukwu goes off after getting that tackle off that red card debatable one off of Havertz, and Victor Gyökeres, the gunman, comes on. Hincapié, Mars Lewis Skelly and Gyökeres coming off for Arsenal. So it could get nervy here, and if that had been a red card, it definitely would have got super nervy. Weiss in goal. The fouled singing, come on Arsenal. Burnley knocking it around the back. Played out poorly though. Poor goal kick from Weiss. "20 minutes to go." Dr. Tuna said he's from London, Brixton. Brixton boy. Like Chinatown in Liverpool. Yeah, Brixton, a place I know well. Funny enough, I tried to buy my flat in Brixton. I didn't have a flat in Brixton. I mean, when I tried to get the property ladder, I was looking around. I tried to buy in Brixton. This was in 2019. The price is unreal. Brixton's so different. It's such a... When I was growing up, I don't know if you're originally from Brixton or you moved there in more recent times, but it's such a changed place these days. It used to have such a bad reputation. But yeah, it's Cold Harbour Lane and whatnot used to have a brutal reputation. But yeah, it's a nice place, Brixton. I'm from Hackney myself originally. No longer live in Hackney, from Stoke Newton, N16. So Arsenal, 18 minutes to go to see this out. Yeah, who's your team, Dr. Tuna? From Brixton, so over that way, obviously. Prem teams over there, I suppose you're fairly close to Crystal Palace, but no doubt you're probably an Arsenal fan, Dr. Tuna? Fleming and Odegaard getting into a bit on the pitch. Arsenal set piece now. It's going to be Declan Rice. So Dr. Tuna says, originally from Croydon, then Rotherhithe, then Brixton. You're getting around, my man. Who's your team, bro? Or do you just like football in general? Declan Rice, arm up, looking to place one in. Bends a lovely cross into the box. Bit too far over. Natasha said that's why Rodri is leaving. That's the thing, Natasha. Rodri's got one more year on his contract. But yeah, there's rumours that he's going to go Real Madrid. Potentially. I'm not sure how much he'll be worth at 29, turning 30, Rodri, with a year left on his contract. They could probably pick him up for 40 mil. 40, 50 mil maybe. Still one of the world's best players. 29 though, he's getting on a bit. Jaden Anthony tries to flick one over. Arsenal look comfortable at the back. Why don't Liverpool go for him? Rodri. Liverpool just don't spend money, big money on older players like that. It's just not part of their model. They just wouldn't do it. Dr. Tuna says early 90s, supported Crystal Palace, then changed to Arsenal in 95. You changed. Cardinal sin, Dr. Tuna. You changed. No, but fair enough. So you've been an Arsenal fan for 31 years, and obviously, I'm sure you believe Arsenal were going to get it done. Me personally, I've been to Palace quite a few times. I've seen Palace play Man City about 3 times. I know a friend of mine gets a lot of City tickets, so I've been to see Palace a few times. I've been to Highbury. I've never been to the Emirates though and seen an Arsenal game. But I've seen Arsenal games when it was at Highbury. That was many, many years ago. But yeah. But you're chuffed that you're going to get the league title done? The cameras are fixated on Ben White in the crowd for like a whole minute. Like, why are we watching this guy so long? Mikel Marino getting showed now. Like, why are you showing us these players? Just, can we see the game, please? All right, Burnley, clear. Walker. Pep stepping down. Hello, Michael Brown. Nice to see you in the chat. Yes, we were talking about earlier in the chat, Michael. Pep is official. The dynasty is over. The trophy pig that is Pep Guardiola is leaving and is giving everyone else a sniff. We were talking in the chat earlier that, you know, obviously it opens it up for a title race for anybody really next season. But obviously Arsenal will be massive favourites next season, and they could obviously even dominate now that Pep's going, because with no Pep, City will obviously be on the decline, and that opens the door for Arsenal to have more success. Natasha says, is he going to Liverpool? I wished. Michael, I'm a Liverpool fan, if you didn't know. Who do you support, Michael? Who's your team? My name is Ade. I'm the Veteran Arcade channel. This is my Veteran Arcade Soldiers, my channel. play certain video games, love my football. So I do live streams of video games and football, etc. So feel free to drop a like on the stream. Subscribe to the channel if you like a nice friendly place for football banter and chat. Always happy to make new friends. I really hope Pep did go to Liverpool. I just don't see it, Natasha. I think after 10, what is it now? It's 10 years now at City, isn't it? He's done a full 10 years, the longest he's done at any club. I think he'll want a break for a year. Maybe he'll want another club job in Italy, or maybe he'll fancy an international job. Burnley getting harassed around the back line. Walker tries to clear. Vara looking at this, maybe. Let's have a look. So Vice has the ball, goes to clear. That could be a penalty because Gokra is... I mean, it's clumsy. Nah. If they give a penalty for that, that's weak. Nah, keeper was clumsy, but, you know, it's definitely not... it's definitely not a penalty. Natasha says, what a surprise this would be, and maybe Bernardo Silva and Rodri. Nah, Bernardo Silva's definitely going Barcelona. He's been trying to leave England for about 4 years, Bernardo Silva. So, yeah, no chance. Mourinho was manager of Benfica before going to... before joining Real Madrid at the end of the season. Yeah, if you're there, Michael, let us know who you support, my man. Always good to know, get a different flavour and know who everyone is supporting in the chat. Floated into the box by Burnley, but poor. Nothing doing. Natasha retracted your message. Michael Brown says, the Gunners. Mate, I'm a Liverpool fan. I've got more Gunners in this chat. I know it's an Arsenal watch-along, but even in my normal watch-alongs, I've always got Arsenal fans in my chat. Just piling it on. But do you think you'll get it done now? Obviously, I don't mean this match. Obviously, 10 minutes to go. You look very comfortable. What's your thoughts on Bournemouth and City in midweek? And then obviously, more importantly, your final game of the season away at Palace. What do you think? Natasha says maybe Benfica have tempted Pep. Nah. I think Pep will take a break and he'll come back for a big job in Italy, maybe like a Juventus or an Inter, or he'll go and be the Spain manager, something like that. But he'll definitely take a break because he's taken sabbaticals before. So it's a nervy finish. Bear in mind, the title race could be over. If City don't win tomorrow, it's done. Arsenal are champions. Right. Gyökeres lays it over. Trossard, left, wing. Nkapie hits one off, goes for a throw-in. Deep in the Burnley territory. The Arsenal crowd are up for it now. Nkapie, good energy. Drying the ball off, ready to launch a big one into the box. Natasha says maybe Bournemouth or Palace. Declan Rice, ready to take a long throw. Arsenal have been well on top in this game. Nkapie. Lewis Skelly, nice touch. Clever from Trossard, flicks it over the defender. Declan Rice looking for an option. Back to Saliba, always the deepest man, Saliba. Back to Raya. Goes off for a Burnley throw in their own half. 8 minutes to go. Strange ball from Raya, just plays it out, gives away possession. Yeah, had a lovely variation in the chat. Thank you for everyone that's joined me today. It's been really appreciated. Had a very lively chat. And yeah, it's fantastic. Really lovely to see. on the channel, trying to have all different types, not have it just boring with just only one type of fan, but, you know, trying to collaborate and have a nice atmosphere with viewers, have a little bit of banter, a little bit of chat, but no toxicity, because there's too much of that. There's just too much of too much negativity in the world in general, to be honest. So yeah, it's a place where, you know, all football fans can just sit and chill, chat about the game. Like Declan Rice with Odegaard, who was kind of tired a bit in the second half, I feel. Back to Saliba, back to Raya. Raya launches at one with his left foot. Beautiful pass. Finds Gyökeres here. Muscles past Twanzebe. Nearly keeps it in. Weiss stops it from going for a corner. You should do a prize draw for the best comment. It is good to talk. That is a good thing. I would definitely look into that as the channel grows. 100%. Burnley. It's Lucas Perez. Not a bad little player, this Lucas Perez. First time I've seen him live properly myself. Arsenal with a throw-in by their own right-hand side. Mosquera with a throw-in. 84th minute. 6 minutes to go. Can Arsenal see it out? I just said it a couple of minutes ago. Odegaard looks very tired. He's tired and tiring. He looks like he's about to go down on his haunches. He looks knackered. I saw that about 10 minutes ago. I thought, this boy needs to go off. Phil says, as DJT would say, you have great energy. Thank you, my man. Gyökeres, he's such a unit. The fans love him because he just puts himself about. It's that trait with English football where like English football fans just love a trier. It's definitely in our nature over here in England. It's like a lot of technique and technicians, some English fans won't even like, but they love a workhorse. They love someone who just gets stuck in. Do you know what I mean? It's such an English trait. Obviously, Victor Gyökeres is Swedish, but you get my point. They love someone that just wants to, you know, muck in. But yeah, cheers, Phil, for the comment. Really lovely, mate. I try and bring that good energy. That's what it's all about. Oh, a lovely check back from Carl Walker there. Looking for an option. Going across the midfield, but he's finding an outlet difficult. Jaden Anthony pulling deep to try and get the ball. Perez to Carl Walker. He's playing on the right of the pitch. On the left of the pitch, sorry. Okchugwu. Is the Premier League going to the Emirates? Lucas Perez. Anthony. Perez. Oh, goes past two players. Lovely. But gives it away. Declan Rice falls. I think he falls there. Oh no, Declan Rice was knocked. Is there going to be another chance here? 4 minutes to go. Can Arsenal hang on? Hang on's a bit strong, but will they hang on to the 3 points? They're not exactly under massive pressure, but Burnley have put up a bit of a fight of the game. Natasha thinks 10 minutes in total. From now, roughly, you think? 6 minutes additional time? I don't see it. At this moment, I'm going for an additional... Yeah, you're fairly close. I reckon it'll be 4 or 5. Hasn't been that many stoppage. Maybe 5 minutes stoppage time. We'll see. What can Burnley muster? Nothing. Another foul. Cleverly won by Miles Lewis-Skelly. Played very well since coming on. The young English player. Can Lewis-Skelly still make his way into the England squad for the World Cup? That is the question for him. Declan Rice stands over this free kick. 2.5 minutes of normal time to go. Declan Rice puts his hand up. They do their free kick formation, but it's lofted a bit too high. Hit on the volley by Trossard. But the offside whistle. The offside is called. Lovely technique from Trossard, but a bit too high. A few more messages in the chat. Gary says, come on, Arsenal. Phil says, off for my morning coffee with a couple of Liverpool supporters. They've been a bit down about your season. Oh, mate. It's absolutely shambolic. I'm sure they are. Oh, out of interest, Phil, who are the most popular teams in New Zealand out of interest? And say hello to your Liverpool supporting mates. If they want a nice channel to follow, a positive Liverpool chap, send them my way. It'd be lovely to have some overseas folk in. But yeah, I'd really... Nah, that's off. Come on, get on with it. Goal kick. Yeah, Phil, so who is it? Yeah, well, thank you, Phil. Really appreciate it. Yeah, Phil, so who are the big teams that are followed in New Zealand in regards to the Premier League? And I assume that the Premier League is the most watched football league in New Zealand. The Premier League usually is. Apart from the big leagues in Europe, the Premier League dominates every other country in terms of interest. Yeah, that'd be really interesting to know. I've been to Australia many years ago, about 20 years ago, actually. And, you had a lot of Arsenal, Man United, Liverpool fans in Australia. Chelsea as well. No Man City fans, though, not back then. Jaden Anthony, Fleming. Loose, ragged from Fleming. He looks tired. Will do, man. Phil says top 6. Oh, I understand. I don't know what you mean. What, even Spurs? I'll tell you what, as a football fan, I've got nothing against Spurs. Spurs, funnily enough, are more where I grew up, were kind of my local team, them and Arsenal. Even though I'm a Liverpool fan. I've been to Spurs loads of times. My friend's a season ticket holder. And but that whole top 6 winds me up. That name, top 6. Spurs finished like 17th. They're 17th at the moment. And it's called a top 6. There is no top 6. To me, in the league, there's a top 1. Number 1, and everyone else is you're just the runner-up. Do you know what I mean? Do you remember White Hart Lane? I certainly do. And Phil says, yes, even Spurs. Yeah, of course, Natasha, I remember White Hart Lane. Funny enough, I've been to White Hart... Well, I never went to the Tottenham game in the old stadium. Ball goes into the Arsenal box. Barged over Raya. That's a foul. Gabriel and Fleming square up. Yeah, so I haven't been to the old Tottenham Stadium, but I've been to the new Tottenham. Oh, the new Tottenham Stadium is unbelievable. It is beautiful. I've been to about 7-8 matches there. It's really nice. Yeah, I did always want to go to the old Tottenham Stadium, but yeah, never had the opportunity. Phil says, why no super chats? Because I'm too new, my bro. One day, I mean, to be honest with you, I'm not really money motivated like that, but in the future, as the channel grows, and maybe if I get a lot of chatters in, then maybe super chats will be an option. But yeah, at the moment, yeah, no monetary gain. It's not about that. It's just about building a community, making some friends, and making some passionate content to share with people. So yeah, but yeah, 6 mins. Oh, 7 mins. You were right. Yeah, 7 minutes and there's 6 to go. But yeah, I've been to the old... I was saying earlier in the chat, I've been to Highbury, the old stadium. And yeah, that was an awesome stadium. Back then, you could just walk in at half time. You could walk in for free. I don't know if any of you in the chat knew this. At half time in English football stadiums, most of the time it wasn't sold out. And you could just walk up to Arsenal or Tottenham at half time and just walk in. Literally walk into the stadium. Open. Like no security, no nothing. Just walk in and sit down. Crazy how the world has changed. I used to go to the Arsenal, because the Arsenal first team used to train at Highbury on Wednesdays and Thursdays. And if you just walk there at 7:30 at night, you could just walk into Highbury and just sit down and watch the players train. And when I say it was empty, there'd be like about 10 people there. it's just crazy how the world has changed, you know? Odegaard off, as predicted, because he was looking tired. Trossard off as well. Martinelli and Zubamendi are on. Right. It says there's 4 minutes to go, but there's going to be still 6 minutes because of the Raya injury, or, you know, the Raya getting treatment. Raya boots one out deep into the Burnley half. Arsenal still very comfortable. Zubamendi. He and Cappy are taking a throw. One back by Burnley. Kyle Walker strong. Turn, spins. Back to Twenzabi. One by Rice. He's been everywhere today. Fleming in his own half. Looking busy. Can Burnley fashion a chance, or can Arsenal clinch it? Saka fouled. Lucas Perez gets a yellow for a high challenge on Bukayo. Gunners are nearly there. Declan Rice has been named man of the match. Personally, I would have given it to Mosquera. I thought Odegaard had a really good first half, kind of laboured in the second half. But Declan Rice, Mosquera, yeah, fair enough. Declan Rice, I can see it. He has been very good this game. Ball played in. Burnley just can't do anything. They can't fashion anything. Arsenal just too strong. A few minutes left. We're apparently going up to 97, but there's surely going to be a couple more, so it probably got to 99. We're on 95, but let's see. Ball breaks. Martinelli bursting clear. Can't sort his feet. Goes down in the box. Kyle Walker still keeping up with Martinelli. Rapid. Great pace from Kyle Walker still. Jeez. Keeping up with Martinelli. Incredible. Twenzabi tries to put one out, but blocked by Gokra as he makes himself big. Is there going to be late drama at the Emirates? James Ward-Prowse. Burnley bring it forward. But they're just getting shut down whenever they try and move forward, Burnley. But now Arsenal deep. Every man back now for Arsenal. They're holding on for the point they want. Twenzabi. Jadon Anthony faced up on the wing, but Arsenal have all of the numbers, all of the shape. Good ball placed in though. Turn, spins in the box. And falls. Gabriel G's up the crowd. This game is more or less over. Arsenal fans blowing through their cheeks. They're showing some pensive fans in the crowd. I can understand why they're worried, but I mean, Arsenal was so comfortable. Ball back with VAS. Big kick out. Gabriel, big header, one. Is it going to fall for anything? Fleming chased it down for a throw. This might be it. One last chance for Burnley. A long throw into the box, perhaps. This is literally going to be it, the game. For the manager, Michael Jackson. Trying to say, get it in the box. Here comes the ball. Bang, into the box. Oh, big win. Big header by Gabriel. Jeez. Ball comes in. Oh, cleared by Saliba. Big boot. Gyökeres chasing it down. Burnley kick it out for an Arsenal throw. Arteta looks worried on the sidelines. Arsenal are nearly there. He wants it done. Declan Rice looks absolutely knackered. Shattered. Great stream. Looking forward to the next one. Thank you, Phil. Really appreciate it. So nice to have you on board, man. Really good talking to you. Ball played in. Arsenal throw. Arsenal will continue. Mascara, strong. Great play, honestly. He's definitely my manager at Mascara. I think he's been brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. And Arsenal have done it. Arsenal have sealed the points. 3 points stay at the Emirates. And they are 5 points clear at the top of the league. You've got to respect it. They've done exactly what they needed to do. It was a little bit nervy. I did predict at the beginning of the game it was going to be 1-0 to the Arsenal. I said it was going to be a nervy 1-0. I'd say it was a comfortable 1-0. There was the odd anxious moment. I just think just the fact that they're so close to winning the league, it kind of made it semi-nail biting for the fans and the players. But they are one game away now. This is it. 1 game away from winning the league. They could actually win it tomorrow. Wednesday, if Bournemouth take points off of City. So they're 1 game away now. Can Manchester City take it down to the final game of the City by beating Bournemouth? But to be honest with you, it's in their hands. It's so close now. Just 90 minutes away at Crystal Palace to win the Premier League. Their first title in 22 years. It's hard to see them not... It's hard to see them not doing it, you know. But, well played Arsenal. Impressive. Very impressive. They were solid. Never really looked in trouble. And you can't knock it. So, fair play to them. Arsenal players on the pitch celebrating with each other, giving each other all pats on the backs, high fives, the whole lot. 1-0 to the Arsenal. Jermaine says, "You're loving it, the boy. He's loving it." I told you at the what did you said 3-0 at the beginning. Unlikely, mate. I told you 1-0. Stick with me, mate. Stick with Ade, the veteran arcade soldier. He knows ball. 1-0, I told you. Funnily enough, I also predicted the Man City FA Cup final scoreline as well. So I'm two in a row at the moment. But yeah, I'm sure you're very happy, Jermaine. You're nearly there. What do you think? Did you predict 4-2 Villa? Hey, shut your mouth. Hey, that's class. Listen, you can get the X out of here. I didn't predict the 4-2. To be honest, I predicted 2-1 Liverpool in that game. But that was on a proviso that Wirtz and Isak started. And to be honest with you, young Ria Ngamoa whipped a ball onto the post on 60 minutes. That would have made it 2-1. But anyway, I got that wrong. Gary says, get in. Well done tonight, Gary. Good result for you and your boys, Arsenal. So fair play. Well done, Jermaine, as well. And yeah, it's been a really good stream and very enjoyable. So yeah, good stuff. Some good people in the chat as well. Some nice flavours in the chat. Got Phil from New Zealand, Dr. Tuna, Handjob from Brixton, an Arsenal fan that was a Palace fan, but is now an Arsenal fan. So now he's going to be in his own little dilemma, hoping his new team beats his old team. Dr. Tuna from Brixton. Lovely guy to have in. And yeah, anyone I haven't mentioned, I'm sorry, obviously Natasha, who is a great supporter of the channel so far. So, you know, always a pleasure to speak to Natasha. Gary as well, Cameron. Lauren popped in to say hello. So some really good people. Lovely stuff. But yeah, it was a good game. It was a good game. I think Burnley were quite plucky, to be honest. They put in a solid effort. Considering they're already relegated, they put in some legwork, to be fair. So fair play to Burnley. Good effort. Question is though, will City get it done against Bournemouth on Wednesday? That is the question. Anyone that's still left in the chat, what do you think about Bournemouth and City on Wednesday? Do you think Pep Guardiola, with the news that he's leaving, will get the job done this Wednesday to take it down to a Premier League decider on Sunday? I'm looking forward to a good game as well tomorrow. Chelsea-Tottenham. I think that's going to be an amazing game. I've just got a feeling that's going to be one of the games of the season. So I'm definitely going to be following that tomorrow. I've just got a feeling it's going to be absolutely epic. So yeah, I'm looking forward to that one tomorrow as well. Chelsea-Spurs. That's going to be really good. So let's have a look at some of the actual stats from the game. In the end, Arsenal getting the job done. So looking at the final score, of course, we know it was Arsenal 1, Burnley 0. Kai Havertz flicked on header from that Bukayo Saka assist. Michael Jackson, the Burnley referee, he leaves with no points. Arsenal, 61% possession. Burnley, 39%. The XG for Arsenal was 1.03, and they literally lived up to that number. Burnley with a 0.21. So they're never really threatened. Arsenal, 13 shots to Burnley's 5. 3 Arsenal shots on target. None for Burnley on target. Absolutely none. Arsenal touches inside the Burnley box, 38, and only 7 touches in the Arsenal box for Burnley. So not really a great attacking effort from Burnley, to be honest. Goalkeeper saves from Raya. A big fat 0. No saves from Raya. Pretty awful, to be honest. Not from Raya, obviously, but from Burnley as an attacking team. But this is Burnley for you. And that's the reason why they're going down. Only 2 saves for the Burnley keeper, though. Weiss. Aerial duels 1, 12 by Arsenal, 10 by Burnley. 16 fouls committed by Burnley, 7 by the Gunners. 3 corners for Arsenal and 3 for Burnley. Distance covered, this is like that new stat that's coming now. 112.87 by Arsenal, 108 by Burnley. So fairly similar. More walking by Burnley, more jogging by Arsenal, and slightly more sprinting by Burnley. So, you know, quite similar in terms of the whole effort in the game. But the main stat of the game is, and the important one is, Arsenal 1, Burnley 0. So looking at the top of the table, you can see there, Arsenal on the back of 4 straight wins. Really turned on championship form after those 2 back-to-back defeats to Bournemouth at home and then Man City away, where it looks like they were losing their way. They've gone on to win their last 4 and really put one hand and 4 fingers on the Premier League title. They just got to get it over the line next Sunday. 5 points in front of City. And then we look at their opponents, Arsenal today, just to confirm, obviously, Burnley, 21 points. They've long gone down. So this is Arsenal's, obviously, last home game of the season. Mikel Arteta on the pitch, giving his thanks for the fans and lapping up the adoration. So fair play to Mikel Arteta. So that's the game. So on that note, the stream will be ending soon. If you do have any last comments or anything you want to chat about, please do let me know in the chat. I'll stay on for a few more minutes if people are around. If not, and we're all done, then I will start to bid you good night. But I'll hang around for another 3 or 4 minutes, and you can have your last say, your last comments. Yeah, like I said, a really good stream today. Had some wonderful people in as usual, and some wonderful new friends as well. A few new subscribers, which is always lovely to see. So yes, I am at your beck and call as the host of the show, and you, the audience. Great stream, bro. On early tomorrow. Catch you later. Take care, Jermaine. Stay safe out there, mate. And thank you for joining me. Really appreciate it. Cameron says, great stream, bro. Thank you, Cameron. Really appreciate it. Thank you for joining me once again. Really, really appreciate the support. Thank you. Okay, on that note, I'm going to bring the stream to an end. Thank you for everyone that joined me. Absolutely brilliant stream. Full of good laughs, full of a good chat. And yeah, some really lovely people enjoying the football together. So, on that note, my name is Ade. I'm the veteran arcade soldier, and I will see you on the next stream if you can make it. And that will be tomorrow night. It will be Chelsea versus Tottenham. And I do believe that's an 8 p.m. kickoff. It might be an 8:15, but in and around that time. But if you can join me tomorrow, that would be wonderful. And I'll see you on the next one. Thank you and take care. Good night and stay safe. Look after yourselves.